Good day students, welcome to Mathgotserved.com. In this clip we're going to be looking at how to calculate percentages. We're going to see how to compute the portion of a total when the information is presented in a table. Question 10 reads, a middle school conducted a survey of students to determine if they spent more of their time playing games or watching videos on their tablets. The results are shown in the table below. Okay. Of the students who spend more time playing games on their tablets, approximately what percent were boys? Alright, so if you take a look at this table here, there are two ways that you can read this table. You can either read it vertically downwards, or you can read it horizontally across. Okay, if you're reading it horizontally across, you're just going to be sticking with one gender. Alright, so let's say we're looking at it horizontally like this. We're basically looking at the portion of boys that play video games and the portion of boys that watch videos and the total. Okay, so strictly boys here, and then the second row is strictly girls, broken up into two parts: the portion of girls that play games and the portion of girls that watch videos. All right, but in this particular problem, are we being gender specific for the way that we're looking at the data? If you look at the question, it says of the students who spent more time playing games. So out of those who played games, so this is not just boys or girls, it's boys and girls combined. Which portion were boys? So if you look at the heading, playing games, that automatically tells us that we are going to be looking at this table in a vertical orientation. We're going to be going top down instead. Alright, so we're going to be looking at it like this. So the reason we're looking at it top down is because we're focusing just on the students that were playing games. Alright, so out of the students that were playing games, the question is, what percent were boys? So out of the total, which is 192, what percent were boys? That's what we're looking for. Okay, so in order for us to solve this problem, let's go ahead and write down the formula that can help us to calculate the percent of a portion of a total. Okay, so the formula is as follows. So percent of portion, we can just call it part. Okay, so percent of part is going to be computed by dividing the part or the portion divided by the whole, which is the total. Alright, so this will give you the fraction, okay, of that part considering the whole, and when you multiply it by 100, it will convert that fractional part into percentage format. Okay, alright, so let's specify what we're looking for in this problem. In this problem, we're to find the percentage of boys, so this is the part that are playing video games. That's the whole, playing games. Alright, so the part is the number of boys that are playing games. Alright, that's a fraction. The whole, or the total, the whole is basically the total number of students that are playing games. Alright, so let's label it on the table that we're given. So in the table, this is the total right here. Consider it to be your whole. Everything combined, considering the students that are playing games. Alright, so out of the students playing games, they could be broken into two parts or two portions, the boys and the girls. But what we're focusing on for this particular problem is this part right here, the part of the portion that are boys. So out of the total 192, what portion are boys in percentage format? Okay, so let's go ahead and write it down. So what we're looking for, the percentage of boys that are playing games using the formula is going to be the part, which is the number of boys playing games, 138, divided by the whole or total, which is the total number of students that play games, 192. So this is the fraction of the total that represent the boys playing games. All right, to convert this into percent format, we are going to multiply it by 100. All right, so for do the calculations, you can just divide that out with your calculator to 4 decimal places. 138 divided by 192 is going to be 0.71875 to 5 decimal places times 100. Now when you multiply a decimal by 100, how does it affect the decimal point? Since there are 2 zeros for the 100, that means that this multiplication will move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Okay, so when we carry out that multiplication, you can do that with your calculator too. You're gonna have 71.875%. This is the percent of boys that are playing games. All right, we are asked to approximate. If you notice that all these are whole numbers, so we're going to have to round here. We're going to round to the ones place. Okay, so we're rounding to the ones place. So you take a look at the digit before the place you're rounding to and ask yourself, is the digit before it 5 or more or 1 to 4? If it's 1 to 4, no more. 5 and up, round up. Okay, so 8 is 5 and up, so we're going to have to round this up. All right, if we want to round this up, it's going to be rounded up to, when we're rounding up, we're going to add 1 digit to the place value that we're rounding to. So it's going to be 72% rounded to the ones place, to the nearest whole number. All right, so that's going to be our answer for question number 10. All right, solution for question number 10 is option number 3. All right, so there you have it. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this presentation. Don't forget to help support our channel. If you have any questions about what we just went over in this presentation, or any Algebra 1 questions in general, specify it in the comment section below and we'll be more than glad to assist you. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.